What's going on, you guys? What's going on? What is going on, you guys? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we are here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday, and I intend on doing the exact same thing, y'all. What's the tea? Let me get my head straight. And let me let y'all know something. Just because I be wearing like Atlanta hats and shit like that don't mean that I forget where I come from, baby, because I am Mississippi bred all the way down. Okay. Y'all already know I still represents Mississippi all the way. So don't let the A hats and the A shirts and shit like that fool y'all, because I'm still 601. Okay. I just live in the ATL. I ain't from here. I didn't grew here. I flew here. Okay. So I just be having to let the motherfucking people know that, because sometimes people be getting it confused. They be getting it confused, child. They literally be getting it confused. They be thinking just because I be wearing these Atlanta hats and shit, and be wearing like shirts that say Atlanta and all those different things, they think that I forgot where I came from. I am not an AT alien. I think it has to take me a couple of more years to be in Atlanta before I'm considered an AT alien. I've only next month it's gonna make 2 years. Ain't that crazy? 2 years, almost gonna be 2 years of me being in Atlanta. So I think it's gonna take me some time before I'm considered AT alien. I think it's gonna take me some time, but to each his own. Um, so a lot of y'all was with me last night after the Whether You Like It or Not panel, because I did another episode of songs that were problematic, and we had talked about Shirley Brown, Woman to Woman last night. And I watched it back this morning when I woke up. Baby, I was lit like a motherfucker. And that was funny. I think that y'all will really see like my goofiness in those type of videos, because I think that a lot of times when I'm doing like reality reviews and shit like that, I be so passionate about the things that I say. And some of these topics that be on these reality shows can be a little bit triggering. And sometimes I tend to feel myself within those things, or I relate to it. So therefore, y'all get like a different thing from me. That's why sometimes it'd be so funny when I see the things that, well, I've seen the things that people say, and they think they have me figured out because they see me doing a Real Housewives of Atlanta review for about 45 minutes, and they think that that's who I am for real. But then when some of these people meet me in person, they see that I'm funny and I'm a sweetheart and I'm humble as fuck. So I think that when it comes down to the songs that were problematic segment, I think you guys would really see like who I really am, for real, because a part of me feels like y'all didn't really get who I was on the Scene ATL, and that's mainly because I mean you did, but you didn't, because I was so like scared and nervous. I think you really got to see who I really was towards the second half of the Scene ATL, but that first half, baby, I was still getting used to the cameras and all of that good stuff. And but this season is a little bit different, but I might give you guys a little bit of a little piece of what's going on the Scene ATL by the time we get to the end of this video. But let's see what moderators I got in here. I see Pain, I see Universal Goddess, I see Ravine, the Jail Slayer. I think that's all of my moderators. So y'all already know what to do. We get started at 5 minutes. So go ahead and make sure that the chat is clean. Make sure everyone's engaging. Encourage the people that are new to the platform to subscribe to the channel. Make sure they're liking the video. And also be sure to make sure that everyone is leaving fire emojis in the chat. Okay, make sure that. And shout out to D-Boys Who Envy. He's here now as well. He's one of my moderators, and I think he's been like a supporter of mine for a very long time. And he sent me some songs to talk about for songs that are problematic, and I am very thankful for that, because some of those songs were actually stored in my brain before you even sent it to me. So thank you so much for that, D-Boy. I really appreciate it though. But however, whatever, let's go ahead and get into the show right now. So right now, tonight, this evening show, if you guys are in the car and you're on your way home from work and all this other stuff, get into the tea. So we're going to talk about popular YouTuber and media mogul, Funky Dineva, and reality TV star Tommie Lee. Okay, so apparently they had some words on the internet over the last few days, and I guess it started with Funky Dineva reading her down. And then she came back and she said a couple of things about Dineva herself. So we're gonna go ahead and get into what Funky Dineva actually said about her. And then once we get into that, honey, of course, you know, y'all gonna get my opinion on it. So let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Let's take a look at this, y'all. All right.
Tommie, you are the living example of you can take a person out the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of a person. Tommie, you are quick to get on the internet and talk about what you got, how much money you got, how you always got more than somebody else. One of your favorite go-to lines is about how somebody is a broke B and a broke this and a broke that, yet, comma, you continue to do broke ghetto people stuff. It's a mentality, always wanting to get over, always wanting something for nothing, always wanting to do hood rat activities. Honestly and truthfully, Tommie, at your age, one must question, do you suffer from a certain level of mental illness? Because getting arrested was not worth it. And while I have not seen the arrest tapes or the body cam footage, I am willing to bet you cussed them people out down to the ground and threatened them people 7 ways past Sunday as if they were in the wrong, because that tends to be what you do. Tommie, you got to be my age and I'll be 43 in August. Why would you get up, shave, iron you an outfit, spray you some FDS Summer's Eve in between your legs and in your butt, get in a car, a Uber, a taxi, or catch the Metro bus and take your ass somewhere where you did not have a ticket thinking that you were going to get in? Tommie, nobody at your age does that. Like, if somebody said, I've been arrested for cooler shit than that, Tommie, that ain't even nothing cool to get arrested for. The reason why I say something is off with your mentality is because typical people our age, sis, their mind has something inside of it called a stopping mechanism. Most of us would have been like, bitch, I'm not going over without no damn ticket. Q, you want to go down to the World Cup and try to go meet Pele? I mean, yeah, but I ain't got no ticket. I got an extra ticket. Okay, girl, I'm on the way. That's how that goes. Not we finna go down there and hope we get in. Tommie, long story short, you too old for the shit. And I just don't understand why you think this stuff is fun and it's cool. Tommie, we are literally, if we're not already considered middle-aged, we are on our way to being middle-aged. You too old for this shit. Tommie, you are the living example of you can.
Well, I can't say that he lied. I can't say that he lied. Now, before I get into her response, because her response is up there too, let me just say this. And I always, every time that we cover any type of content or anything dealing with Funky Dineva, I always have to say this before I even get started. Y'all know, I don't always agree with Funky Dineva. Y'all know this already. And I love Funky Dineva for the most part. And listen, it may not seem like it sometimes, because at times I do call Funky Dineva out on his shit sometimes. Like, that ain't even no lie. I ain't never been scared to call nobody out on their shit. You know, there's just some people that I feel like ain't even worthy of a response. But then with Funky Dineva, because he is like bigger and he's in the media and stuff like that, he's up for grabs. I don't necessarily talk about, excuse me, I don't necessarily speak on other YouTubers much. Like, I don't really report on other YouTubers. Like, but people like Funky or Michelle Brown or people like Tasha K, they're well beyond YouTube. Like, they're really media figures. So they're up for grabs, in my opinion. And that's why I don't feel no type of ways discussing them or talking about them in any kind of way. So a lot of times when I speak on Funky Dineva and when I challenge his opinions a lot, there are some people out there that actually be getting all up in their feelings and thinking that I'm trying to get some clout off this nigga. And my thing is this: he got more clout than me, but bitch, I got clout too. So I don't have to go and read Funky Dineva for the sake of trying to get some damn clout. I already have some. I don't need to get any more. You know what I mean? I just ain't got as much as him. Now, would I like as much as him? Absolutely. But I got clout of my own. It's bitches out here right now that be trying to use me for a click in the view. At least they did in the past. So it is what it is. I don't have to go after Funky Dineva or read him for the sake of trying to clown and get some damn views. I don't never do that. But his opinions be hitting the blogs and shit like that. So once it hits the blogs, it's a little bit differently. So it's a little bit different. So I always have to make that be clear. Funky is actually one of my inspirations, you know, to get to where he is. Actually, he inspires me to keep going and keep doing what I'm doing. But if his opinion is hitting the blogs and it's worth a challenge, I'm gonna challenge it. So I always have to say that. So I don't always agree with Funky Dineva with some of the shit that he be saying, but in this instance, I agree with the shit that he is saying because Tommie is a big issue, and Tommie has a big problem, and Tommie got kids, and I think some of her kids, I think she got 3 of them, and I think some of them probably in high school. Some of them, one of them might even be grown. Tommie is in her damn 40s, I believe, and she's still doing stupid ass shit that don't make no damn sense. And I ain't just never been no fan of Tommie's like that at all. Like I never understood. You know, I listen. I ain't never understood what the vibe was with Tommie or anything like that. But there are people that really go up for her antics. And I know that people be questioning me about me being a fan of K Michelle, but K Michelle actually got something for me to stand for, and that's music. Tommie ain't got nothing to stand for besides being the alcoholic ass bitch that want to sit up here and fight everybody in their damn mama, and then want to act like this shit cool. Talking about the shit I've been arrested for ain't even cool. Being arrested ain't cool, girl. What the fuck is you talking about? Like you sound like an ignorant ass, uncultured, uneducated ass motherfucker that thinks that being arrested actually means something. It don't mean shit. Like, bitch, I've been arrested before myself. I talked about it on here. That ain't nothing that I'm proud of. I was arrested at 18 for fighting. The fuck? The fuck? I was 18. I was 18 and I got into a fight with a 17-year-old and I winded up getting a goddamn winded up getting a charge for simple assault on a minor because I was 18 and the person that I fought was 17. Luckily, those charges are not still on me because the person that I fought did never show up to not one court, not one court meeting at all. You know what I mean? Not one. So of course, I ain't got the charges are not on me, and it was a misdemeanor. So it wasn't no charges on me because they never showed up to court. So that's why I ain't got them. But my thing is this: that ain't nothing that I'm proud of. I'm just open about my shit because I'm not ashamed of it. Yeah, I'm not ashamed because I got into a fight at 18 and got a charge. But my thing is, I'm not up here talking about, I'm not glorifying the fact that I done been arrested. Tommie glorifies the fact that her dumb, skinny ass with no sense, been arrested. She ain't got no damn sense. And the fact that you own baddies make it even worse. Why the fuck are you even on baddies, Tommie? You couldn't even use the thing. And then another thing that I be getting so hot and bothered about with some of these damn reality stars is this right here. Y'all be getting on, you was on Love and Hip Hop in its prime. Right? You was on Love and Hip Hop during its prime when people were actually watching Love and Hip Hop. You was on Love and Hip Hop in your prime, and you came on that motherfucker saying that you was a rapper and that you was a musician and you was doing whatever, and you got you a fan base because you was on Love and Hip Hop. What I can't stand is for a motherfucker to get on these shows like Love and Hip Hop, Real Housewives of Atlanta, these shows that actually got some motherfucking fanfare, to get on there and not do anything with the platform and not make anything work for you on that platform. And all you do is get your ass on here and look like a fucking crash out because you ain't got nothing else to deliver to the people. You look stupid and you sound dumb, and you're gonna forever be like that. And now your stupid old ass is over here on Zeus fighting for your life for a check. Please go somewhere and sit down. What are we talking about? Tommie is stupid. And anybody that goes up for that dumbass shit is stupid just like she is. She's stupid. She's only in the blogs for fighting. Where are your kids? You ain't no better than Akbar V ass. And you know Akbar V loves to get her ass on social media, start shit with people, then play the victim with her beanbag chair looking ass. And I don't give a fuck if you saying I'm body shaming. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. But at the end of the day, that's just what it is. You got me fucked up. Sometimes I forget that Tommie is somebody's mama. I promise you, I be forgetting that she's somebody's mama. That's the God's honest truth. I literally be forgetting that. Because she don't give mama. She don't. She don't give mama. She don't. I don't know what she give, but she don't give mama. And that is the truth of the motherfucking matter. She never have and she never will. Exactly. Let me see. And she's somebody's grand. Exactly. I be forgetting that she's somebody's grandmama. Girl, not only is you a mama, but you somebody's grandmother. You a grandmother. Rapping about your legs to the moon. It depends on. Like, I'm just saying. You a grandmama. You a grandmama fighting on baddies. Like, what are we talking about here, Tommie? Like, don't you want more for yourself? Like, don't you want to be... But then again, she really don't. She don't. You would think that she would want more for herself. But then again, I mean, why would I think that? Maybe it's just me thinking of her more than what she thinks of herself, maybe. I mean, I don't know. That's the only thing that I could see. Let me see. Where we at here? Where's that guy that Tommie used to go with that was on Love and Hip Hop? That Scrap guy. Oh, Scrap, from what I heard, he got a whole nother woman and he married to that lady. And he was never with Tommie. That was all for him to get on the show. He had a woman the entire time and he's still with that woman. That's what I heard. The things that people do to be on these shows. Tommie is unhinged. Oh, she definitely unhinged. Been that lady been unhinged. Been. I thought my phone was on silent, child. As a matter of fact, let me put it on Do Not Disturb so I won't be tempted to answer no texts. But she's definitely unhinged. But that's the reason why people like her so much, because she unhinged. Let's see. I feel sorry for her kid. She's embarrassing. She is embarrassing. And y'all know that I'm not really the judgmental type. Like, I do try to give people some type of grace. I honestly do. And I ain't really the type of person. I ain't really the one to put you in heaven or hell anyway. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm really not that one to do that. But you know, I don't know. I just feel like Tommie is full of shit. She gonna forever in a day be full of shit, and that's just the truth of the matter. Like, I don't know. But there are people that's going to glorify her actions and the things that she fucking does. They're gonna glorify it, and they're gonna make her seem like she's in the right for the shit that she do every single time. And people like me that's gonna call it out, you feel what I'm saying? They're gonna act like I'm wrong and I'm just hating and all this other shit. So it is what it is. Let me see. We all knew that Scrap ain't want Tommie. Apparently she ain't know. I definitely understand that, but my goodness, the lady needs a real reality check, but she ain't gonna never get one. See, Tommie's the type of person, and I hate to say this, and I don't want to be the one to say it, but you know I don't mind saying it. Tommie is the type of person that ain't gonna get no reality check until she's in the ground. Now, that might have been a little bit harsh for me to say, But she's not gonna get no reality check until she's in the ground. Until she's cold and dead and in the ground. That's when she'll get a reality check. And then it'll be too late because she gone. I'm just saying. Let me see. But did she respond to Funky? She did. I'm gonna get into it in a second. Let me see. Tommie need to stay off the internet and stay on the church prayer list. Child, she ain't going to nobody church. Let me see. Tommie stayed crying on Love and Hip Hop. LOL. Like, bye. Exactly. Tommie reminds me of Sky from Black Ink Crew, if I'm not mistaken. I believe they're friends. They are friends. And then that's another thing too. I started off liking Sky. Y'all know I never really reviewed Black Ink Crew. Sometimes I wish I did, but I never really reviewed Black Ink Crew. And I started off liking Sky, but then Sky went to go find her kids. And when she found her kids, she acted like she didn't understand why her son really didn't want to fuck with her like that. But yeah, we get it. You were young when you gave them kids up, but they're gonna feel some type of resentment towards you. I mean, it's just the truth of the matter, and you just gonna have to accept it. But she didn't want to accept that. She felt like they should accept her all flaws and all. But no, that's not how this works, baby. It's not. The truth needs no defense. True words, and that's the truth. That's the truth. Tommie is a waste. And that sounds so bad for me to say that, but she is a waste. Like, cause she don't even realize how she be looking in these streets a lot. Like, she don't realize it. And I don't really think she give a fuck about how she looks. Cause if she did give a damn about how she looks, she would definitely be doing better than what she's doing for herself. But she ain't doing better for herself because she don't give a fuck. And that's just the tee-hee-hee of it all. She don't care. Cause trust and believe that she cares, she would do much better than what she does, but she don't give a fuck. That's the thing about it. Now, at this point, what we can do is we can get into what what Tommie actually said in response to what Funky Dineva said, because she did respond. So we're about to go ahead and get into that now. Okay. So let's get into it. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. Okay. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay. So let me put this back on my screen so y'all can see. Okay. So if you can't see it, don't worry. I'm going to read it to you. So Tommie said, and that package that you carry hasn't stopped you either. And Funky Dineva responded with, that's the best you got? Again. That's all Tommie do. That's all Tommie do. Whenever Tommie argues with a gay man, the first thing that she does is sit up here and try to insinuate that the nigga got houses in Virginia and shit like that. That's what she do. And that goes to show you the ignorance that she actually has. Because I remember her arguing with I was about to call that man Bobby Valentino. I remember when she was arguing with Bobby Lights. That's the first thing that she said. She said some shit like she accused him of having HIV or whatever. That's the first thing she did. And I was like, girl, that's what we doing? You know, like, that's the only thing that you can say about the nigga is that he got HIV. And the thing is, we keep on throwing that up as a dig at somebody when HIV isn't even like a stigma anymore. Like, it's not even a death sentence anymore. And that just goes to show you, okay, there's people that have HIV that lives very healthy lives. There are pills that they take. There are shots that they take. There's a lot of people that got HIV that can't even give it to other people, especially if they are up on their meds and they're undetectable and things of that nature. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's things like that. Hell, there's medicines that you can take to prevent yourself from getting HIV. So the fact is that that's the first thing that she says about him is that he got HIV. But that's what she says about, like I said, that's what she says about most gay men anyway. That's the first thing that she says. And I don't understand why she got any gay friends either. Like, for real. Like, that's the thing that I'm saying. It's just that's how I feel. Like, I don't see how anybody could be any gay man could be friends with somebody like Tommie, because I know I couldn't. And I ain't the homophobic police either. Just letting y'all know that I'm not, but she gives that. But Tommie is ignorant, and she's always been ignorant, and that's what she is glorified for, her ignorance. And this is one of those things where I feel like we all take the blame for making a person famous that didn't have no business being famous. And she is one of those people that had no motherfucking business being famous in the first motherfucking place. If you ask me, she had no business being famous. No business. No business being famous. For what? Look crazy as a motherfucker. Just saying. Let me see what they say. I don't know. I didn't know she did that. That's low down and disgusting. Be careful when what you declare on someone, because it can come around to you in tenfold. Absolutely. Ignorant and uneducated. How dreadful. We did all because she beat up a few people. Right. The way I would have to drag Tommie verbally if I was one of her friends. Oh, exactly. We would not get along, baby. In the least bit, we would not get along. But all I got to say is this. Everything that Funky Dineva said about Tommie was not wrong. He didn't lie. He didn't lie. So, I mean, he ain't lie. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the nigga didn't lie. And like I said, I don't always be agreeing with the man, but he didn't lie on shit. He just didn't. So she can do whatever she want to do with that. But he didn't lie on her ass. In the least bit. Tommie, I don't know. I don't know. I just be annoyed when people don't take advantage of their opportunities. And I feel like she didn't. She didn't take advantage of it. Like, there's so many people that took that love and hip hop franchise and made lemons out of lemonade for themselves. And that's exactly what you're supposed to do. But now you fighting on Baddest for a bag with them young ass girls. I just can't. But anyway, anyhow, that's it. That's all. That's really all I got on this topic. Now, before we get up out of here, let me give y'all a little bit of tea real quick. Let's talk about the Scene ATL real quick before we go. Now, y'all know we filming season 2 right now. We are filming season 2. We're like 3 episodes in so far, going into the 4th. And I must tell y'all that the newbies are working. The newbies are working. I like everybody that they added. I don't have any issues with anyone at this moment. I like them. I like everybody so far, but the newbies are definitely working. They're working. We're working. And in their words, we're working. The newbies are working. And in my opinion, they putting built the ass. And I love it. Okay. I love it. Just looking at it from the background. I just honestly feel like everybody's in drama but me. Most of them are I'm the only one that really ain't got no drama with nobody. And hopefully that stays like that. I am the only one with no drama. I really ain't got no drama with nobody. The thing with me is that when it comes down to this season, it's like everybody comes to me to talk about said drama, but I'm not in it. Like everybody comes to me, everybody flocks to me with certain things. You know, that's pretty much the role that I play. Like it's like, and don't get me wrong, like I don't want y'all to think that I'm boring this season because I'm not. I'm not boring at all this season. Like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Like you get to see more of my personality this season. But I'm not in no shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm not in none. And I love the fact that I'm not in none because all last season was all about me and Bando. That's all they talked about all last season. Now we have new people here and there's more things to discuss and not me. So it's like, yeah, we got that. Yeah, I'm good on that. Like I'm good that they ain't talking about me. I got my own shit going on. I ain't even gotta be in no drama. But you know, Scotty, not y'all putting the newbies to work. I ain't gonna say that we put them to work. I'm saying they came in ready. And here's the thing. I can't wait for you guys to see who they are. But I love them. I love them so much already. It's two in particular that I really, really like. Because they really do be checking in on me all the time, especially since I was going through my stuff. They were checking in on me. DJ is definitely DJ is here. He's there. DJ has filmed quite a bit this season, as a matter of fact. But like I said, we're still early into it. Like we're like we're in episode 3 going into episode 4. So we're like still early into the season. But definitely DJ is really way more present this time than he was last year. He's way more present, way more vocal. Yeah. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. I ain't gonna say nothing else. But yeah, so that's my update on the Scene ATL. We kind of took a break from filming. We took like a week off from filming and they started back filming Friday. And it was like this scene with just the newbies in it and stuff like that. The newbies had their little thing going on, but that was Friday when they started back. And I think I film again Saturday. So yeah. But yeah, DJ clocked in this season. That's all I gotta say about that. DJ gonna be clocked in. And speaking of DJ, make sure y'all tune in tonight for DJ and I will be doing an album review tonight on Keisha Cole's Point of No Return. I told y'all the music content is coming, honey. We got album reviews, we got songs that were problematic. We got me and Bando will be doing a reaction on B2K's new record Mileage, and we'll be talking about the Pretty Ricky and B2K versus Although It's Old, we're still going to talk about it. You feel what I'm saying? But yes, the music content is coming. But yes, be sure to look out for me and DJ tonight at 9 o'clock. Be sure to set your reminders, okay? So it is what it is. What else y'all saying in there? Let me see y'all comments real quick. What else y'all said? Scotty said, my name is Benny and I am not in it. Absolutely. Okay. Y'all might get some new music from DJ because DJ always in the studio all the time. Always in the studio. But anyway, anyhow, y'all, I'm about to go on and get up out of here. Hopefully, we had almost 200 people up in here tonight. Hopefully, y'all will tune in tonight for me and DJ's review of Point of No Return. No, the one with Enough and No Love, we just did that one last week or the week before last. That was Woman to Woman. Point of No Return is after that album. But and I hate that album. It's a garbage ass album. T might join us for this album because he did express that he wanted to. But y'all might see me, DJ, and T for this album review. And as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and share it to my community wall so you guys can go on and set your reminders for it. Let me go ahead and push it there. so you guys can get it. Okay, it's on the community wall now, so be sure to tune in tonight at 9 p.m. for the album review with me, DJ, and possibly T. And I just re-listened to this album before we got on here. I walked to the store, I re-listened to the entire album. I still hate it the same way I hated it back then. But anyway, anyhow, we're about to get on up out of here. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.